Mid, often underutilized by the CTs, and there's not going to be too many smokes to stop him from having a look, but they are holding for this. Chopper anticipating. And yeah, Patsy will get the info. It should be a dead Simple. How is he not dead? How is he not dead? Electronic, the bodyguard, has scored 2 out of the double swing.
Well, it's the pistol round. One round where you know the Ts won't be dropping too much utility towards the mid corridor here. So taking full advantage of that is Simple and the lads, as you just have 2 more to find now. Siren and Magix with the P250, and that will strike for the death of Simple, but wanting to jostle for more. Magix on the jiggle has seen enough and will now reroute looking... Oh, no, he's coming back. Siren and Magix with a peek from either side of mid. And, well, that's it for Siren. So, it's the Magix 1-on-4.
I've got a useless bit of info for you.
That's my favorite type of info. If he gets one more.
Okay. NaVi have a 100% win rate on Anubis.
They won it in 2 very close matches, right?
Yeah.
One was overtime, one was 16-14, yeah?
All right, geek. But yeah, you are right. It was Liquid and Complexity as well. They haven't beaten like a European adversary.
That's a full eco here. It's going to be 1 M4 for Electronic. The rest are going to be on SMG. So I'll be interested to see how Na'Vi wield these in the next round of play.
Forza didn't get far against Spirit.
No.
16-7.
They got bodied.
Yeah.
We heard from Jerry after, you know, they were saying that their coach was pretty harsh about their lack of understanding on some of the things, which is fair enough, right? Having a deep map pool is not easy.
We have not ever seen a team get 12 CT rounds. It's typically the other way around.
Sure.
You know, someone getting so blown out. Real comfortable from Spirit's defense. So we'll get to see if Na'Vi can be a bit more threatening. I know against this FICO, threatening is certainly a word for it. MP7 in the feed. It seems to be a simple go-to.
Yeah, considering it's a Glock eco, the fact that they've gotten 2 kills and maybe 3 if you know, Patsy's not careful, there it is. So the fact that they get 2 kills, not too shabby. It's going to have to be reinvestments or drops. And Team Spirit, we know, will be buying in with the AKs right now. But one of the issues with the early round AK buy into round number 3 is you are lacking a little bit of utility. And when I say that, people are like, oh, yeah, so who cares? But the more utility you have, the more options you have in the round, in the way that you want to establish that round. The less utility you have, well, the harder it is to do exactly that. And it looks like Chopper has taken the omission of the Galil here to make sure they can get out a few more nades. So they are a little bit lacking, but it's actually better than I expected here. A bit of a default spread. Magic's outside B, Chopper top mid. You can see Perfecto here through Dark, just trying to spam and see if he can catch Patsy, who will be the individual tasked with making his way up Canal. Wonderful on the T stairs to support Siren over towards A main. And it's a 3-1-1 split of the defenses right now for Na'Vi in the early stages. It's that lurk smoke that we see Siren like to lob out. He tends to follow that up with a Molotov as well over towards the fountain position. And there it is, so clearing out close A main.
It's really nice because it puts the A defense on no notice. And you can see it's pulled Electronic out of middle. 3B though. Spirit, they don't have to rush things, but you can see they've got a lot of the canal control.
It is a B split here, so it's forced Simple to rotate over towards mid here. So he's had to acknowledge that. The smoke drop, oh, that's a nice down onto Perfecto here. I'm curious if Chopper's going to call the cancel. So the re-smoke, and now they're flirting with different options here. Chopper wants to make sure there's no mid-push.
Bit just cleared main. Siren is nowhere to be seen.
Well, Electronic's rotating and Simple as well now, so good read of the situation here from Na'Vi.
They should have their finger on the pulse, and options for Chopper through middle. Bit will be responsible. Patsy to try and be the opening blow.
Don't think there's time to call them back to A now. Has to be the B finish. This one's getting dicey.
Yeah,
25 seconds here, Alex.
Yeah, they're running back.
They are. Does Magix have time to get the whole way back?
It's a long old run. He might have to drop out of mid-bridge. The smoke from Patsy's nice towards the temple side. Chopper has this rotation locked. They have to go the long way around through the beach.
12 seconds.
This is tight.
10 seconds.
God, he's definitely pulled his socks up, tied his laces. 3, 2, 1. Magix will plant.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. A 4 versus 3 retake, but they do get into the A site. Simple close up. And they rotate through mid. NPL and Perfecto a little later to the party. Siren, a nice angle.
No flank here. Patsy is currently holding, but will need to support his team as the fight's coming through.
Ooh, this is dangerous to Waters now. Patsy has main. Magic's first contact. Siren delivers the headshot, puts us into a 3-on-3. 2 walking down those stairs. Magix delivers good damage. Perfecto cut down to 8 HP on the jiggle. Siren still does find another. Bomb is planted so wide. It's so perfect. And what a recovery. Team Spirit. It felt like NaVi were doing everything right in terms of moving them around, denying the control, retaking the info.
The information that they were garnering here, but giving them a lot of room. You can see how much space they were given here as the bomb was getting planted. I don't think they thought it was going to go down in time right there, opting to play retake. And we've heard from some players who think that in number disadvantaged situations, the Ts are able to clutch out rounds exactly like that. And that's why it tends to favor the T side, because even if you are down a man or two, you can still pull something like that out of your ass. So good one there from Spirit.
The disadvantage of having to get back into the site completely blind.
I love that harassment, right? The way that they're harassing the B side of Dark here, which means now after this Molotov is burnt on out, Siren should practically have Dark control for free. And this is different. Siren isn't working over towards main, right? He's actually quite proactive here towards the B side of the map. He has Patsy alongside for the Riders. Simple will peer on out, take the fight and loses his life. Patsy with another molly. That's going to play forward. Factor has to fight. He's gone too.
That's really convincing stuff out of Spirit. NaVi stubborn in Dark. Electronic, he is getting a little inquisitive on towards the double doors. Doesn't commit to the mid-push bridge.
Rush and I yesterday were doing a lot of theory on like different ways that you could be aggressive on the CT side because we discussed the lack of options.
Yeah.
I think the problem is when we think of being aggressive on the CT side, we kind of think of it through one linear plane, one position that we push.
Yeah.
I fear that you have to take fights on multiple fronts because at that way their default won't be able to cover everything because they'll be responding to help all the info.
One of my favorite components and examples of that is when you have the mid players doing their smoke like slightly late in mid round and then peeking and pressuring that canal across A. Like it really limits your options. Here they come out of Dark, NPL to be tested, and he's been spotted out. His backpack betrays him, and it looks like we're going to have a flawless Spirit round here. All 5 alive. Not much to be celebrated for Bit and Electronic.
Yeah, nice round there. Really well handled. And this was obviously against a hodgepodge looking purchase here, considering where the finances are at for NaVi. We will tie things up quite early here. Now, here's the question as well. We know that Spirit can do it on the CT side, and we know that Spirit can do it on the T side. The question is, what is par for the course for NaVi? How many do they need to be competitive here? What is stuff? 2 quick kills.
Are they particularly exciting?
No, it's like, you know, when you play with like your nephew, or you know, you have to let them win because otherwise they're going to have a tanty and go and tell your sister or whoever. Yeah, that's kind of Rush.
I see that.
Yeah.
And we love him for it.
Yeah, we do.
It's just really those 2 saved weapons in a HE and a Zeus. Slightly disadvantaged round, you could say, as Perfecto gets a lot of nade damage right down his jersey.
I like this, though. Like, they understand when they can pressure certain fights. So you're just isolating. I don't love the left side obelisk smoke like that, but I do like it if you just want to pressure fights like this against pistols. If it's against a gun round, it's probably not as effective, but against a... Oh, lighter by. Good transition there from Patsy onto MPL. They've triple smoked that same position. As we can see with X-Ray, Siren isn't aware that they are just floating across the top mid here. Did you know as well, those wooden windows, right, that are boarded up, those exist over towards rugs too.
Oh.
Yeah.
As in
there they are.
There's a wallbang opportunity?
Well, no, those are the ones. Jay, can you go find the ones at rugs, please?
You can try.
We won't have a cam for it. He'll probably, you know. Sorry, Jay. There you, to the right. Yeah, there you go. There they are. Good stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure if that has any application. Probably not. I just wanted to highlight it for everybody playing at home.
I don't know. I'm sure Anders is watching, and we'll spend a couple of hours.
Where he can wallbang through.
Yeah. Simple. Might lose.
Oh, Bolton sticking out.
Oh, that's a little extra bitter pill. They just added a little extra Tabasco to the pill before.
Hope you at home are having a chuckle to that one there. It is
no, I don't want them to chuckle, Chad. I want them to like lightly exhale out their nose. Like I'd like a...
Are we talking like a Nelson ha? For
ha
the
ha, yeah, maybe. More of just like kind of a slight, like maybe a slight change in your face shape.
Okay.
And maybe a little exhale through
so acknowledged?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
For example, if I said, refusing to go to the gym is a form of resistance training, you're not going to laugh.
Nah,
but it's like
a...
I see. Electronic responsible for middle.
There.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it, but respect to the internet. It's giving me a chuckle or two. And we are walking on in. Simple, actually very forward position with it, and a great headshot back. Wonderful. Quick to the draw. Simple will trade. That's electronic, so they know there's another A. There's gaps everywhere else. Who's going to be surging forward to find them? Patsy still poking and prodding in the dark. 3 outside A, and it's just Simple. Responsible. And hunting. Long range. Loses his life, and they'll lose the sight to follow. They are really static as well. Like, Spirit are more than happy to just wait this one out.
Yeah, they don't need to rush.
This is what they were doing a lot. When we were casting them yesterday.
Against fours?
Against fours. Was that yesterday? That wasn't. But they would just do these stops. They would happily like just cut noise, anticipate, hold, and their individuals are so good for this space taking. Like now, Patsy can walk into B for free, right? Well, they just waited in.
I think the best indication we have of their map awareness is Magic's on that around the world rotation of getting the bomb down in time. Because I don't know how long it was going to take him to run
22 seconds.
And it was damn close.
Yeah.
What are we talking? A second to half a second of him potentially not getting that bomb down? And that's assuming he doesn't flub any of his movement. That's assuming that he doesn't get shot at all during any of that. So a good understanding of that rotation time and a good understanding of the map here being highlighted from Team Spirit as they have been able to secure their 4th. And if they take these rifles away from NaVi, oh dear.
Yeah. They are going to probably take him, aren't they? Look at Patsy. He's already cleared out all of that. And confirmation of presence. And now Chopper waits. He's like, I'll get my troops in order. I'll get all my pawns on the board. You've wasted Util, you've lost Perfecto, and it's only NPL trying as hard as he can to hold on to the rifle.
He's very fortunate here. He can get away. Patsy was the only one on the flank.
He's on it. And it looks like there's enough time. Just around the corner. Yes.
As the high seed, the loser will have to go down to play against Astralis in the lower bracket, where also Liquid and Rare Atom reside. That'll be our 3rd matchup of the day.
Woohoo, a rematch.
Yeah, that one will be a curious one indeed. As MPL flashed out with the AK, has been spotted on his advance here. Doesn't matter. Siren already in through dark, looking for a bit more action, and they'll push. They'll give it exactly what Siren was hoping for. MPL will finally sound some type of an alarm, but the map's being given up. The bomb's about to be scooped, and the A bomb site is all theirs. 5-2, but 2 AKs, so it's better than 1 AK.
11 p.m. CET. I finally got confirmation of Pasha's fight time.
Okay, yes, that's Pasha tonight. He's in the Spodek.
Is he actually?
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I think he's in the Spodek this evening fighting.
So not only was he there for the historic win in Katowice, 2014?
Yes.
Yes, 2014.
Yes.
Now he finds himself there nearly 10 years later fighting.
That's crazy. It makes... I get scared watching...
I don't like it. No,
yeah, I don't like it either.
The first fight I remember watching, I think I was watching with Parla, a couple of people, and it was just like, it was like watching your dad get beaten up.
Yeah, I don't want to watch Parla. I don't want to watch Pasha get hit, or Parla. I don't want to watch anyone get hit.
No, we're very non-confrontational. We're not looking for that, but I am here to support him, and he's counting on the support of esports.
Yeah, I bought the pay-per-view last time, but I didn't watch because
you couldn't handle it.
It's like Zonic's book. I bought it.
Yeah.
I read a couple pages.
Good. And NPL's going to get enough time, I reckon. Chopper's going to come over the top. He's a dead man. Brah.
Oh, okay. Very close indeed. Snatching that away would be nice. I think that MPL will probably drop an AWP for Simple now. Where, right?
Yeah.
And you isolate mid and you crawl up and you can... There's these flashes. Check these. Oh, we are showing
That would be...
Check out these flashes.
Go on.
So if I line this up here, and I think it's aim
Got about
here.
5 seconds.
I think it's like that. Yeah, out the window so you can peek down. All right, let's get back into the game, shall we?
Yeah, nice one.
I didn't think I was going to be on the spotlight.
We'll come back. We'll come back. I like that.
Cool.
And we're just going to see something aggressive out of Wonderful. He actually has confirmation of presence. It was Simple that was going for the fight, so you can see that little bullet just narrowly missing the shot.
I like that fight for AWPers on either side, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a cool way to try and establish that dominance towards that B main position. MPL, speaking of dominance, come on, mate. How far are we going to go here? The flash is through. The AWP shot sounds.
Magic's is in that deep cubby.
But you have to keep it jarring towards B main with...
Whoa, Patsy.
Yeah, hold up.
Patsy's through the mid-smoke. Electronic goes down, and already this round now slips into disarray.
I saw it and I didn't believe it. I was like, why is...
Oh, Simple's just had his head handed to him.
Oh, dear.
They can go anywhere they want. Spotted! Change my mind. Change my mind. Mid rotates back on the menu, boys.
Okay, a little bit audacious from Patsy there, trying to find the timing on that push. Gives up his life here, but execute towards B. Still coming through. Perfecto. On the glyph position. Chimed in MPL again with another. The molly's perfect. Wonderful goes down, and what looked like a great opener is simmered out quite quickly here for Spirit.
Well, we do know they've got 20 seconds before they need to start running to A. Magix has demonstrated that just in the rounds prior.
Well, all three of them are here, so hard to see them break this. They giving up HP here, so unless Uncle Chop Chop
from his chop shop, looking for 3. Crossfire established. You can see this bit set for success. Finish it. Good trade catch from NPL before Chopper found himself back into the dark. So we have 19 seconds. Got a triple out of NPL on this B site. He is the B anchor. Nice
little jump peeks there from him as well, just to get that information. So jig is up. Magix will be saving, and that is now going to be the 3rd round on the board for NaVi. So well, I wouldn't say whirring into action, but yeah, recovered is probably a better word to use for that scenario right there.
You swipe and hit the keyboard as
yes.
well.
Yeah. Then when you're doing that, you're trying to walk around the map.
Go on, Pat. See, he feels kind of invigorated after catching Electronic off on the previous. Now, it was NaVi's round in the end. Simple's been spotted out as he fires off the shot from the flash. Re-smoke from Chopper. That's going to set Patsy up for a walk. Here it comes. And then there's the molly to follow.
It's crazy how quick he has this mid control. It's 1 minute 25 seconds, and they know mid is completely theirs, which forces NaVi into a turtled up setup and having to rotate through beach, and they're just searching. They're just searching. Spotted out one now on the jump that pushes through. Chopper found Perfecto, and the trade is there. MPL gone to.
Holy, that's a round. That should be a round. Simple has come back around. Let's see if he's allowed to hit anything. Obviously hoping that they jump across the flash there just to be diligent. A safe plant from Wonderful, so yeah.
What a cool little heads-up decision from Chopper. He understands when Magic sees him on the jump spot that is the defender of Long, pushes in, isolates the player towards Dark, and even gets the double up there. Great decision-making from Spirit.
Yeah, they look good on this map. I mean, just playing that T side very well, you do expect to see the T's, successful more often than not on Anubis. But this will be their 6th already, and we're only in, 9 rounds deep.
Yeah, as I said, if NaVi can, and this is the thing with NaVi, and this is whether or not they still have any of their same identity left, and we will see that now through this lower bracket run, but is them eking out halves and eking out wins, right? Like, a NaVi game can be 9-3, and then they still end up winning the half 9-6, and then they win the pistol, and then they win a force buy, and then they're back in the game, and then it's round for round, but they end up closing, right? A NaVi game, traditionally a close one. Great second shot there from Chopper, isn't it? Transfers across to MPL. Yeah, not bad, really, is it? Embracing the air up. They have to start dealing with this mid-aggression somehow. You just can't be letting Patsy have it so quickly into the round. This time that won't be the case. They've started 2-1-2.
Fun standoff as well between the A lurk of Siren. He's not really lurking so much as he is just probing. And he's got Wonderful in support, so it's actually like a straight 2-on-2 here. It should be Simple's frag, unless their jiggles are really that aware, because Bit will be able to engage as well. Yeah, lovely. Wonderful down, Bit undiscovered.
You know the setup, though, if you're Siren now, and that's where you're hoping for a reaction elsewhere from your team. So Patsy and Chopper are walking across the mid-bridge here, but that's been telegraphed because of the util.
Yeah, look, Simple's already there. Should be a nice collection onto Patsy. Good hold and good awareness from NaVi as they look to post their first real convincing CT round. Chopper has other plans. Simple should have him, and does, with a lovely flick of the wrist.
Might be up for the ace here. They're coming towards 8.
Yeah. Bit's got an AWP to play as well. Goes wide on that smoke. Should have them dead to right. Using that smoke, though, for the element of surprise and a quick adjustment. Bit puts his name in the feed.
Both of the Orpus.
Yeah. Magnetized to the smoke as well as Simple, and it's only Siren. He would love the bomb. They hear the pin pull, and it seems like it is just a matter of time. Bit for his 3rd frag total, 2nd in the round. Simple got that triple.
Oh, he's so close to it, isn't he? And Bit will grab that. He'll pick it up.
Threatening.
Maybe that's why Hallie called the timeout to help push Chopper in that direction. But let's take a look here, because again, it looks like another one of these default spreads. They really like harassing down here for Perfecto in towards this dark position, which gives him only a couple of options, really. Is slight gap here for Wonderful to work with.
I am 0% surprised that it's Patsy that works middle on this map.
Oh,
as well.
It makes so much sense, doesn't it?
It's exactly the kind of player he is.
You need to take a lot of risks when you play this type of position, right? But they're educated, right? Oh, yeah, educated Electronic right into the hands of Chopper there as There you go. Patsy will deal with the issue. And now you know that the mid defender is dead. You know
still
that
two orbs.
It becomes weaker elsewhere.
Oh, NPL has been spotted on his advance out B, so they know that the CTs are working with the info. High flash, good placement. Magic.
No, the best call right now for Spirit, they're unawares of this, is if they were to do an A execute, which they have enough utility for. They're still trying to condition the map here. If they go over towards B, Perfecto is playing wood, right, in the connector over towards the B side, so he will be able to rotate in quick smart. MPO just playing for info and simple. He's actually starting to live forward for a fight here.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Siren should be dead. Knows he's likely still around the corner, and Simple will go looking. Bang! Oh! Siren! Immediate reaction. And Simple now dead. Wonderful with a very diligent clear and a 7th in the bank. Really just crossing their T's, dotting their I's. They're playing it by the book.
I don't know if we can see that from Siren's POV, but if we could,
if we can.
That's, that one is a fancy one right there, because he was between multiple different positions. Just stutter stepping, picking between Canal as well as the push from the dark position, but covers it off. And now it's just bit to try and retain this AWP. Magics, I think he has other plans. Locked on in. He's going to spot the back, and a dink is there. Patsy not going to be able to accelerate in time, but Siren will try. They have a molly, a wonderful. He might be the player to flush it out, dropping into the side bit. He's going to go down. A good hunt there from Siren. A great round from Siren.
Bang, yeah, oh my. No, little bit of frustration on that one, but NaVi, as we've already highlighted, not particularly fond of Anubis, don't play it all too much.
They want to really stop this play in middle here because they brought the AWP across, so they're going to use a little bit more pressure here. Simple on the jump spot, not catching an awful lot here. That nade, not too bad, right down the back pocket, and it'll be smoked off for good measure. Simple has to fight. He has to stand and fight. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, decision's been made for him, but it is Patsy. Usually has good restraint, knows when and how to pick his duels. Nade looks great, destined for glory onto NPL, softening them both as Electronic does catch a perfect
needed that
timing.
One.
Not so perfect spray.
It's just awkward as well, right? It's one thing to go, oh, Electronic should have that kill, but you look at Patsy there. He's running around like a headless chook because he's not expecting it. He's transitioning, then he gets caught with a nade in the hand, then he's trying to have, you know, evasive maneuvers, and now they're trying B again.
One thing that Obelisk Smoke does do that's nice is stop the dark angle. You can't hold that dark walkout, and it leaves Perfecto kind of on his own for this one. Options are so limited. 4-on-4 and sprayed at, tagged up. Still, it's Perfecto standing strong for a second, gets the bomb loose. And with 35 left, they have to count on Magics. He is going to have to make a move. The rotation is here. Bodies are everywhere. Simple dead. Finished off by Magics. Bit can't trade as Magics racks another head, and Perfecto hasn't gone too far. Wonderful. Will double up for their 8th.
In that situation, they're trying to make sure Perfecto doesn't get overrun. Just laying down the law onto 2, but Magics, what a hero. And it's back down towards the pistols here, so 9. Very likely for Team Spirit. It's a great showing on map number 1. We just at the start of this series. Nuke picked by NaVi, map number 2, and Ancient as a 3rd. A very, very tasty map pool for today's matchup. In case you missed the veto, Spirit removed Inferno. NaVi, of course, removing Vertigo. Spirit in the second phase removing Overpass, and NaVi removing that Mirage to see us end on Ancient.
Ancient? Patsy could lose his head here if Electronic, hits that one. Very nice. And it's a rifle that will likely fall into enemy hands in a moment. Perfecto and NPL join him for this mid re-aggress. Right now, B is unguarded. Chopper meets the cleave of Electronic. And now NaVi, they've got something to work with. Not only the frags from Electronic, but the rifle that will fall into Bit's hands as well. Electronic's got the AK.
Siren needs this.
Yeah, an important duel, and he's won it. Commits to it, not too caged.
I love that smoke
by
as well.
the threat.
Oh, I think it's misthrown it.
Yeah, it's going to delay them either way, I say. Bated breath, wonderful, very low, could get run down. It looks like Spirit are handling it. Very threatening from Electronic, but it's no sweat on the brow for Siren.
They just look more comfortable on the angles, don't they? Right, in these fights in the retake, they look more prepared for the fights. They're happy to be a bit more staunch and forward, looking for the kills here.
The man who survived both mustard gas and pepper spray is a seasoned veteran now.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's just, it puts a smile on my face, Chad. It really does. 9-4 probably puts a big one on Team Spirit's. As you can see, these nades, they've been designed for Perfecto, but he seems to have learned very quickly.
It does, but what it does is it just flushes him into the face of Dark.
Flushes him in, yeah.
Yeah, right? Or flushes him down the dunny of Dark.
Ooh, Dunny. That's not bad.
And he hears it coming. So you see the little maneuver from... That's such an annoying place for Perfecto to have to find himself in.
I mean, you know, the next evolution is you time the nade with the swing, so he's in transition back in.
The next evolution is you stand there with a nade of your own, and when you hear it pin, you throw your own nade back.
Yeah, well, that certainly would be fighting fire with fire.
You can molly that position. That was part of my aggro that I was building there. Yeah. So you only saw the mid prong. You didn't see the B prong.
There's a B prong too.
Oh, there's a B prong.
Multiple fronts, you said.
Yes, indeed.
I'd love to be one of your prongs on Anubis. We'll see. Maybe some counter on the agenda, as we got Bit, Simple, and Electronic. This is quite a fierce defensive A, and they look like they were going to execute into it. I mean, there is grounds for a commitment. You've got Patsy quite deep up mid, and he hasn't had anyone there. Bit is going to have one to his name.
They have to cancel. They have to go back to B. You can't pull this off. There is no way you can stick the landing on this.
Patsy's activating.
Oh, timing.
Electronic, you walking through the smoke.
Huh.
Oh, that's perfect.
Fortunate.
Yeah. Couldn't have gone any better. And now looking for that 5th round. It looks all too good for NaVi. Handling it here. Wonderful is posted. Perfecto knows there's an AWP in play, so yeah.
Just back off, boys. You don't need to save these. You got plenty of cash for a buy into the next here. You might even get overrun as time starts to expire. MPO, boys, you got to be a little bit more careful on the NaVi side of things. They can drop him a gun. It's not too many qualms. What's the finish here from Spirit? They could return to try and go for the A execute again. It's unlikely to see NaVi run that same setup 2 rounds in a row. And with their opener, that explains exactly that. Simple on that AWP line, facilitating MPL for the peak. Perfecto doing more of the same. Siren this time will be marching forward for a little bit of this A main control, but we do have exchanges across the map here as Electronic is being made to work for this.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can. He's putting in a real good shift here. And Patsy...
Chasing ghosts is Electronic, isn't he?
Yeah, it's really, really hard. I mean, usually it's a 2-man job, is it not? Like, most defenses have started to send a second, at least for the initial engagement. Once you can kind of either take down Patsy or feel like you have a safe set of control, you cheat one back. But yeah, it's all on Electronic, and it keeps leading to Spirit having their clutches into mid. Then they could throw this smoke from Chopper. And yeah, the molly's not going to work. You have to push on it, and Perfecto is. Oh, timing, everything. Patsy caught, traded though by Magix. Looks like 10 is on the menu. A rotation through the beach, but Simple and Bit side by side to defend this A site.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Team Spirit fall back here. You were talking about these pauses. Well, this would be one time to do exactly that. You know Perfecto is the dark player. So where is everybody else? Simple. Moving around an awful lot with that AWP, and oh, look at this. Chopper is threading the absolute needle here, going the path of least resistance through the backlines in towards the B bomb site, making sure with these diligent clears that nobody is home. And that is the case indeed. MPO has also rotated the long way around here, so usher themselves in for a free bomb site. The bomb will go down, and they can even position themselves in aggressive post-plant scenarios if they would like.
Siren's even coming in A late just to make sure. It's the last round of the half. They will go for it. Give it everything they've got. The beans, if you will.
Should be a flash from Simple to facilitate this. Nope, never mind. Flashes later than the peak. MPL already tagged on down.
Siren caught on his way back through Temple, looking to get that flank. So there is something to be said, but time of the essence. Magic's there, and Spirit will find 10. Double digits in the bag. To watch through the second half. What do you reckon, Chad? We've got a full 30 in us?
As we mentioned to kick off today, NaVi always like to eke these out. Very close fashion. They are undefeated. They've only played it twice, but both have been all 30 or more. So let's see what Blade and his boys can bring through in this second half of play. It's 2 P250s dropped from Electronic to Simple and Bit respectively, and a flash for good measure. So he's going to allow these pistols to search, or is he? Okay. He's going to be the one to take the fight first.
Yeah, but there's some info flowing. Magic's wanted to win that jiggle battle. And Perfecto equipped with a P250, which is very good for leveling the odds against the USP.
Yeah, picking that up off the corpse of Bit. So they're keeping them in play. And they do have MPO with the smoke double flash here, but he also has the bomb on his back as Chopper is starting to search for info. He did this quite well against Fours the other day. He was consistently more to a mid-round Thorn, whereas you saw MPL's little inquisitive missions were earlier on in the play. But check this out. Oh, perfecto! Wonderful's head of watermelon.
Oh, that's disgusting. Someone get me some water. Perfecto is on fire with that P250.
And
Gross.
Electronic, check this out. He's already wormed his way in towards B, is pushing up the lane towards spawn. Chopper's going to clear mid, sure. Siren's going to push A main, but there's nobody home. There's no action available here because the bomb will be going down towards B momentarily.
We talk about leveling the odds, Chad. Yeah, that's a dream example given immediately by Perfecto. 2 of those B players fall long range from T-Stairs. This is a hopeless mission for Siren. Simple's never going to let that one go.
But let this one sit on your ears.
Yeah.
So NaVi will have 6 rounds after this, but they will have converted both of the pistol rounds. So that's showing that the gun rounds is where some of their bigger issues have come from. So sure, it's great that they've picked this one up. Let's see how this T-side campaign is able to continue going forward here. I feel like the second round type of buy from Spirit here is going to be very indicative as to how much resistance we can expect or inspect.
We didn't have the heart to tell him.
No, he can't mathematics, can he?
I think his exact words were, well, I'm not a tournament guy, am I? I'm not an admin.
Oh, look at this. 3 meaty little 5-7s out to play, as well as 2 Digales.
What do you think, like, if we were drawing, I think I need to get Maui involved in this, but what do you think if we would kind of finding food, respective foods for each weapon in Counter-Strike? You know, you said a meaty 5.7 there. Like,
okay, yeah.
Like, what is an AK-47? Like, that's something that, like, everyone wants.
I feel it's a burger.
Yeah, a burger and fries.
Yeah, but like
milkshake.
You can have a lot of burgers, but if someone makes a real good burger, right?
Yeah. I'm talking fancy patty.
I feel like the AWP.
Ooh.
The AWP is like.
It's a bit expensive, isn't it?
I thought it was gonna be like a seafood, like a lobster pasta or something.
Or something that's just it's lovely. Electronic
Maybe
is
some
called
Wagyu
them.
steak.
That's what I'm going with. That. Yeah, you have to drop a pretty dime, but it is the nicest.
I cheapened it up with the pasta there, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the MP5 a bit. I do like to see it. Had an impact yesterday when I was watching them play.
Everyone's loving that smoke. I mean, it does sow doubt, but you can't jump for the info anymore. And this is quite a nice way to get the smokes down without any lineups. Of course, that gap.
That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, goodness me, that was terrifying on the way across. It seems like they can just spray their Galils, and even a silenced SMG in the mix. Spits MP5. Ducks and dips into dark.
You're playing something as mobile as table
I'd like
tennis.
to see some ankle support as well. It's just impractical.
I don't know if he rolls that ankle.
Oh, goodness.
Could be out of action for days.
Yeah. I can do my minimal casting for this one, actually.
Let's not talk this round because Chopper's pushing. Let's let Chopper do all the hard work.
I'll just say the important stuff. Dead.
Sometimes less is more. And this is one of those times.
Finding that dude that's been asking for the casters to stop talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have it. There you go.
He's having it.
It's just as entertaining, actually.
Well, because, you know, there's so much to talk about in a round like this.
Yeah, precisely. Money. Round.
So let's see how much he can get up to that, because there are 3 players on the other side of the server without any head armor here. Simple, up to bat, flashes himself forward, holds the line, has Patsy as the nemesis on the other side. Quite a nuisance in middle on the T half of things, and will drop a shallow smoke. We saw as well that they were trying to flash their way through Fours, and they were landing right into the jaws of Patsy here, who is standing somewhat aggressive. Simple lining up some U-tilt towards B. Bit and Perfecto down in towards the canal here, and this does look at least like they want to search on towards the site. Now, will they account for this double AWP setup? Magix is on the
Little firework.
Yeah. Oopsie daisies.
And we're off. Magic's so blind. That double AWP in a lot of trouble now. Magic still connects one, but surely going to go down. Yeah, Toes exposed, and everybody knows it's a 9th for NaVi.
That's one of the scary things about B, especially if you're committed into the site, because you can get exploded on at any time. If they have canal control and they have B main control and you don't have any info, they can both start teaming in through those choke points. There's lurk smokes that you can drop forward from the main position to get out on towards jail. I learned from JKS they call that position flowers in G2.
Flowers, it's a lot of syllables.
I don't think there's any flowers there.
Flowers.
Yeah.
2 syllables, Alex, not 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to fly over there and see if there's any flowers there. Let me have a look. There's no flowers there.
No, there is a slight minor shrub.
And we called it jail.
Well, this isn't jail. This is actually the little goblin corner. Had a hot dog.
You've never hot dogged
I didn't.
Malta?
Yeah, I wasn't going to turn it into a verb. I felt like it's probably something in some scene.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
It's cool.
All right.
We got 3 of the NaVi boys.
It's about to be a draw.
Yeah. And I would hazard a guess that it seems that NaVi, their 100% win rate of Anubis and close games might continue here. Wonderful's going to eat a flashbang. What do you reckon? Dry?
Dry. Like the onions.
Dry as hell. And a quick one back as that 5-7 is the perfect weapon. So Simple seems to agree.
Yeah, he definitely agrees right there, but Magic's is his turn.
Yeah, I don't like this spot. He's in trouble. Head just has to be on a swivel. They've even tagged him through the smoke. So
That's not nice.
Rude awakening for Simple. And one slips the net. One meets his fate, and Simple's happening. He has started to awaken.
Oh, electronic. You're...
What are you doing, man?
Yeah, you were in a slight bit of danger for a moment there, but Siren's gone all the way through spawn. The bomb will be planted now.
NPL's going to get this info.
He shouldn't jump up on the... He shouldn't have jumped up on the box.
But
that's all right.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. There's too many... yeah.
Could have jumped.
They're going to win the round anyway.
Yeah.
Max loss bonus on the other side. So we're all tied up here, 10-10. Siren, are you really? No, of course you're not. Of course you're not. You've got a smoke. Well, that's $300. You got a HE, that's another 300. You got a bloody flash, that's 200. Right, so we add those together, Alex. That's the bloody 800 smackaroos right there. Plus 400 for the fuse kit. We're up to $1,200, and that's just utility alone.
Sorry. No, I'm not going to do that one.
All right. Boom goes the dynamite. There we are, 10-10.
Not to be confused with Tin Tin, a Belgian comic from the 80s.
It's not a bad nade at all. Leave the ears ringing of 2. Bit and Perfecta a little bit worse for wear off the back of that. Patsy trying his luck with an offensive grenade. Has gone back to scoop up even more utility here. So allowing the softening up process of mid to come into play as Bit Perfecto working on some A main control. Now we've seen this setup before in that first half. We have seen Bit up towards baskets, but you've got Siren on the jiggle with the util ready and Wonderful on that AWP line. There's the flash. Nothing. Ooh. The flash did nothing.
Yeah, but Wonderful did not actually hit his target. It's very rare for me to be saying that. Fortunately, he's got Siren he can depend upon. And it will lead to what looks to be a rather disadvantageous round for the remaining NaVi. 2.5 players left to their own devices. Nice division of labor for Spirit. They got a 2-2 split at their defense for now.
Alex, I will say this. If they execute B with the residual smoke and molly that is left over from Simple here, sorry, A, not B, then there's a real chance that they can still win this round. They've given Electronic the smoke, which I assume will be for the Heaven position. They could also throw a molly side or towards brick. So, yeah, here you go. Simple's going to line something up himself. So they're sending MPL in to have a little bit of a looky-loo here.
Smoked off, they do not cross. A nice NPL onto Patsy. You're right, Chad.
Very winnable.
Very, very winnable. Siren's got no options with that smoke down. They will now get the second towards Akon. And Siren with that low HP, yes. Felt like an inevitability.
Save.
The remaining 2 members of Spirit will just have to hold on to what they can.
I think the thing with this A bomb site is that you either play full retake, right? You make sure you don't give over any bodies if they are going to execute on towards your site and then play retake with the number advantage, or you need to make sure that you're in such a cheese position that you get one and done. You cannot put yourself in a spot where you can easily be mollied and picked off and your team can't help you.
Ptolemaic
dynasty that ruled until 30 BC. The Roman province of Egypt was formed This bathhouse, while constructed within the confines of the royal palace, was based on the Roman public bathhouse model.
Nice. Did you know Romans kind of invented concrete?
Good on them.
Underfloor heating?
Let's see what else they invented.
Roads?
Well, that's why they say all roads lead to Rome.
Touché. Monsieur.
Okay, come on, Spirit. Get yourself around on this CT half. It has been 6 on the trot for NaVi now, who were looking down in the dumps throughout. The pistols and conversion in both halves going in their favor here. And now looking to close things down and continue their untarnished record. Wonderful again. This time not turning his backs. Found the double up, looking for the third. Yes, please. That is a serving and a half right there as all 3 NaVi members are removed. And it's just simple and MPL left.
Yeah, Simple's going to work some magic. Don't just you wait.
Well, we can't win this one.
I said wait. Patsy, dead now, of course. Bomb on the back of Simple as the 1v5 starts to take shape.
It's impossible, Alex.
Chad, watch
it's
this.
Impossible.
No, watch this.
It's not going to happen.
But you're not watching.
I am watching.
Okay, good.
But I see too many foot faults for poor Simple.
I don't see a universe where he doesn't win this, because you see what happens is he saves. He's actually got 14k. He could, he should.
Wait.
He's going to clear the goblin.
He's
bang! And now he's going to molly die.
Nah.
That's fine.
Nah.
Well, I didn't want him to win anyway.
Nah.
He's going to save. Chopper's dead too. Ah!
Ooh, well, that's after time, but as you mentioned, 14k, not the end of the world.
That's plenty of cash.
And their first CT round. Spirit are on.
Mate, have you been looking at any of the results from the French teams that were put together for this major? The qualifiers have not been going well.
No.
Not great.
No, not at all. And it was like French shuffles in the lead up, and there's been French shuffles since. So, you know, ready for the Paris major.
Meanwhile, Jack's teamless.
Yeah, well, I think it might stay that way for a little while longer. There are these cycles of about 6 months where players tend to stay on the bench. You can look at the JKS situation.
Right.
It's probably a good example of a high caliber player.
Do we call that contract jail?
No, like Jason Lake would have definitely been happy to let Justin out in a lot of different ways, I would imagine. I think Jason Lake's a pretty... But I think it's more that you can't make those moves mid-season.
No, that's true too, because teams just are straight up committed to the season.
Exactly.
Yeah, understood.
Here's a push.
And there's a frag. Patsy onto Electronic. And I love this from Chopper. There's no way NPL was anticipating that. A deeper smoke. If you can just get a little funky when jiggy with your smokes, you can lull them into a false sense of security.
But everything this round from Spirit has been great. There's been proactivity throughout. The mid push, the B fight, and Siren just got flash forward for a kill as well. He didn't get a chance to connect any shots.
I hate this position now for Siren. He's in so much trouble.
He has support, however.
That's nice. I'd love that smoke now. Yes, Wonderful gets it down, but through comes Bit, an opportunity now to hunt down to Wonderful. Still a threat on the AWP. Simple keeps it at least winnable. And this frag from Perfecto will do a lot. Yeah, perfect. On to Patsy, now levels it out into a 2-on-2. The rotation's a little slow, labored, as Magix comes all the way around. Wild Chopper through the Acon. Simple's already posted for this. They've got everything covered.
Hard round to win right now for Team Spirit.
Someone has to take a risk, and it's just not a favorable duel here. Magic's dead to Simple's AWP as he racks up a second. And it's held by Perfecto. Good headshot, anticipating the second, closing the gap, scaring out Simple. The smoke's not bad for Simple.
Oh, Chopper! That is naughty!
Beauty! Sheesh kebab!
He was so calm about that too.
Skewers Simple. I want to watch that one again. That
What a
was
guy.
so sexy. The smoke, Simple edging forward, and just that little inaccuracy, as well as the speed by which he found their head. That was just hot Counter-Strike.
Oh, and Chopper, what a round. He found that impactful kill on MPL with that smoke push, but this is the one. Beautiful from him. Just lasers Simple out of the round.
Honestly, seeing him pull out that smoke, I'm like, what are you... I mean, I would probably want Siren on it and Patsy on it, as well, to be fair, to be frank.
Well, wonderful to try his luck. AWPing top mid here, and if they can get Patsy to be slightly aggressive yet again, as NaVi setting up for what looks to be a A-sided fake with Bit and MPL. Patsy just hanging around the doors. He doesn't feel like he's been harassed or conditioned in the same way. Bit with the baskets molly. The flash forward, sector clear he calls. Plenty of util available for NaVi to follow through on towards this A site. Siren and Wonderful up close.
All right then, Wonderful.
They love this, don't they? They love this setup.
Yeah, and more often than not. Oh, yeah, nice from Perfecto. Yeah, that's enough to break the setup. Bit will swing, and a wonderful, surely dead now. Siren, bodyguard. Oh, the flashes. He's alive.
Jeez,
How is he
please.
alive? How? Flash turn, action elsewhere. Electronics trying to get into B. He's done well to find the first. Magics will live on. And now NaVi, yeah, they are separated.
Patsy's here. He's got the back turn.
Ooh.
MPO.
Jeez. Simple wins these. No, he doesn't. I told another lie.
Another one.
Another one. I've been lying a lot today. I'd like to
You've
apologize.
been fibbing a lot, Alex.
Yeah. Electronic is.
This is classic NaVi.
Yeah. Let's see if they can make an impact here. Spirit's map pick, and it's just been a little bit of a late awakening. The last 3 from Spirit, all in consecutive fashion. Can they make it 4? Well, there's no points for subtlety on Perfecto's Tech 9. He's definitely made it clear which team he plays for.
Vitality, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, just the similar colors. So.
You see Bits M4, you had the iBuy Power and Titan Hollow on a cowl.
Kids loaded.
Kids rolling.
Could buy a house with that in some parts of the world.
Yeah, legit. And that's all that Bit really cares about. I remember the first time I met him, he was in Stockholm and he was refreshing the esports earnings page.
Oh, see how high up he was?
Yeah.
Oh. Shot from Chopper onto Electronic. From Electronic onto Chopper. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Nice shot from Electronic onto Chopper.
And weapon from Chopper to Perfecto.
B-split.
And Vertix is a solid secondary on the AWP. NPL has been spotted and executed as Siren. Such a thorn in their side. He's hard to get rid of. Flash to bait. Flash successful. Molly's not gonna do too much. And Simple has to find the frag. Great. As the bomb goes down, Bit, this is a big flank from Patsy, and Electronic is quick to the draw.
Double ult retake.
Yeah, unideal. And a smoke kit's nice on Wonderful, but do they really want to give it a go? Electronic has to play safe. Simple, you can see he's being proactive, and ooh, he's giving it up. Okay, the double ult retake is 14.
I feel if they just wait against Simple, they know he's going to peak at some point, right? You see the same kind of situation with the Chopper clutch. You knew as he drops that smoke, Simple is likely not to...
Up against NaVi.
Well, let's see if everybody's watching, Alex. Because Team Spirit right now, this double AWP setup still in play. NaVi with the plant are able to manifest yet another buy here. So a close round in the previous, a chance here to put Spirit down in the mud, but NaVi need the perfect call from Blade on the mic here. Again, no rush about this. You know what is curious? Because a lot of the rounds, Alex, they've started with with Siren and Wonderful over towards A. Every time that the AWP's been there, Siren's been with him. This time it's just Wonderful.
That's a good point. But the flash has been enough to deter him. He doesn't want to do anything more. It will burrow.
Has he fired a shot on the AWP here? No, I feel if he fires a shot, it'll be enough to make them think that it's a 2-man setup, and it is now that Patsy's actually drawn on over.
See what you got, Bit. Oh, but Patsy shows himself. Nice frag. We'll have to return to middle, it implies. The middle was less than held. Chopper cheated over to maintain it. Electronic has got a forward position in the sense he's...
look at Magics.
Yeah, he's going to go forward on that. He might have a chance. Oh yeah, not against Simple. So that's the odds equalized. Siren alone. Electronic good onto Chopper.
Just
spotted Patsy, yeah, and he's chipped further away at him. This is a hard clear for Perfecto, and yeah, doesn't quite hit the money shot. Siren down. Bomb to be planted and a round to go. NaVi's
Well, they want to save here, but Electronic's already starting to hunt, right? The money's not good over there on the Team Spirit side of things. You've got the high end right now, Wonderful with 3.4K, right? So if he loses this, the next round with the min-loss bonus is going to be a bit rough around the edges here for Team Spirit. Shot hit, but now they've given up the position. Patsy's still floating around top mid, so if they search too loudly or too quickly, there's still at least half time on that bomb. You can see everyone holding their horses here, including me. This should be Spirit just trying to retain these rifles.
This would be a frustrating death for NPL. Doesn't necessarily cost too much, but looks like Patsy's got to draw a line in the sand.
Losing a gun on either side of the server right now in the next 10 or so seconds would suck either way. So Perfecto needs to be careful on this. He's actually jumped across. He spotted him out. Patsy will remove one more, but loses his life in the process.
NaVi eke out that you were kind of discussing in terms of their character and their consistency by which NaVi will have a competitive game. This is exactly the kind of round where, so long as NaVi stay true to themselves, they will be looking at only a one-round game. They've kept it conservative. They know Wonderful saved an AWP, so they'll be aware that that is a threat.
This is the thing, as well. See how they're not taking any long-range duels against him? It's like, well, if you want to push with that AWP, you will have to take all of this territory here. And how many options does he have to search with? Especially when they smoked off Dark at the start of the round. Electronic doing it the tricky way. That does sink the landing. So it's not going to molly them back from the doors, but definitely removes the ability to be able to push from that side. But the smoke has subsided, and they have gambled towards B here. There's 4 players currently on the side. As I say, that chopper starts to pivot away.
Five sevens, very deadly at close range, and the AWP. Oh! Okay, Simple loses out. That bomb important. It was spewed and now retrieved. Surely he can assume there's someone close.
Chopper's going to push A main here. Depends on the timing for Na'Vi now.
They want to get that bomb out of there. Electronic for the fight and a pristine headshot. Now they can go knocking on the A door. Very loud about this. Chopper is here on Fountain, opting for a late swing. And hello, goodbye, says Bit, as you know, Patsy, who does deliver a headshot. NPL will have heard all of that from Magix.
Look at what they found in the meantime here, Siren and Magix. They picked up both of the AWPs here. So I think they're going to get their little mitts on these for as long as they can.
It's a pretty efficient save.
Right?
Yeah.
This would be really nice if you could hold on to these two.
4750 times 2?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do the maths for you, mate, but I can tell you it's definitely in the 10K range.
Okay. I was just going to try and do some, like, clever, cool boy maths on the fly, but that's not really me.
Well, 4 plus 4 is 8. There's 8,000.
Yeah.
750 plus 7, you got 1.4, 1.5. So you're going to find yourself at 9.5 thousand.
Thank you. So now I'm going to put that into the old Ghibli web and then divide that by this, which equals this. Okay.
Moving across the board here.
I think it's very interesting to see what the double AWPs do. One supporting middle, put Wonderful on that, and then just actually send Siren. No, wait. Where did that other AWP go?
He dropped it over to Wonderful, so Wonderful and Magix have the 2 AWPs
excuse me. Magic's on B. Wonderful taking his towards the doors.
So they're just running their standard setup here, right? This time around, Wonderful will be starting middle, not over towards A. And speaking of standard, Na'Vi doing exactly that, their default spread. You've seen this plenty of times before. This duel between Electronic and Patsy mid, the 2 riflers. They've had the support of their AWPing teammates, Simple and Wonderful, throughout on either side of the server. Siren and Bit for a bit of a duel potentially over towards the... Oh, I wonder if Patsy wanted that to get stuck in the window right there or not, because Electronic, it's exactly where he's playing here, and he will be flushed out. So Patsy, a wise man. No way back up that ladder, Electronic.
Just got to know when it's right, when it's not. Regathering for this pincer in. Now Magix is playing the line to Dark from jail. As I say that, he pulls off into Ivy. And this is the go. Simple to smoke, Simple likely going to be set up to close. And we've got a NPL
here on B.
Surge through off of the flashbang. Waiting for that smoke to bloom. Flashes in, NPL through. Plateau occupied only for a moment as both the frags come in. Lovely textbook stuff out of Na'Vi, and what a perfect counter to AWPs in play is a full XX smokes. You wait for the smokes to bloom, you flash, you go, and the round falls into place.
And now they should hunt. They should at least throw 1 or 2 bodies here to try and remove this double AWP setup. Remove both of these from play. We'll be going 14-14, all tied up. 2,400 loss bonus into the next tier for Spirit, meaning they have to take a save and then play for overtime. So Na'Vi, again, could snatch Anubis away. Team Spirit members here, it'll probably be light pistols with maybe a smoke or 2 in the mix. And a flash on Chopper for good measure. So this one here is slowly slipping through the fingers of Team Spirit. Na'Vi really going to do them like this. With the flash at the ready, Magix will be the man to give the call and the go. Oh, and Simple straight through the smoke with the P250 in hand. AWP on the back, you don't need that.
Oh, that's a nasty one for Patsy to have to communicate. Yeah, brave from Magix. When you've only got the USP, you do have to take a little bit of a gamble, pushing the Molotov. And Wonderful's got the most expensive weapon in play for Team Spirit, the whole $700 for his Desert Eagle. Chopper walks into Electronic's crosshair, and it's Magic's next for Electronic to farm up some kills. There's the Deeg.
I was just thinking about that mid corridor, right, over towards the B side. What if they like cut the wall like a 45-degree angle across like here or something, right? I know you can like.
Yeah, I can see.
So that way it would open up, so it can't just be smoked off, and then the mid defense has a second position to fall back to hold it. Because the util right now is so overwhelming in both those positions. They're both just tight corridors.
And it's easy to lose it from, no fault of your own.
Exactly, right? So, and a lot of teams talk about mid being one of the bigger issues here. So if there was a better alternative to playing it passive, then maybe that could change the dynamic here. We're talking a little bit of shop right now, but Team Spirit are in shock right now.
Or what if, looking at the map now, you see those A boxes, like when you're coming up the ramp from beach?
Here?
There in that corner.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
if it was like Cash and you could go up a little ladder and have a peaky hole? When they kind of screwed Cash and added that extra thing in
I
corner.
see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a very out-of-the-box idea.
It is out of the box, but I'm just thinking like that would be... Yeah.
And if you look at the round timeline that Na'Vi have won, they have only conceded 2 to 3 players max in most of these situations, and some of those times have been when they've been hunting and losing players on the chase. So a great T-half from Na'Vi here on Anubis.
Through dark early. Chopper gets himself a fresh mag. We'll need a lot more for this defense. It seems like Na'Vi want to go back to the script. They're going to close with the same exec that's gotten this far. Have Spirit found the remedy yet? Flashes are in. Perfecto to go first as an NPL does draw attention. Swings through and confirms 2 on B. Magix lives on. Got to be very careful. Simple's posted for him, trying to get himself out of trouble, but the mollies are coming.
Didn't he?
He's a dead man. Oh, he gets away before Simple can get back on the scope. Chopper down. He does find 2 before he falls. It makes it into a very rather level playing field. Will OT be necessary here on Spirit's pick as Na'Vi have dug themselves out of trouble?
Hold up, bomb's not across yet. Perfecto will have to smoke this and does. Now they can actually get across and plant that bomb, and well, Simple, of course, he's not going to do it himself. Drops it to Perfecto, who's planning default. 2 smokes on the retake and a flash.
Oh, they could have gone for the wall bang. They're not to know, but yeah. That bomb's now down. Na'Vi 3 kills away from taking this pick away from Spirit and maintaining their conversion of Anubis. Simple shuts down Siren. It's a shooting gallery for Simple as the full 30, and it will go the way of Na'Vi.